Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Copenhagen Dreaming. Unfortunately, we had some technical issues, so the break was a little longer than originally anticipated, which means that this part of the recording is probably going to be a little bit shorter, or else the final one will be, but we will see. Anyway, people have been looking through lists of weapons and armor and are coming up with some stuff that they agree that they need.
While people are running around looking at all this stuff, I'd like to see if I can get hold to the Majesty.
You can certainly talk to her. She's right there.
Yeah, it just occurred to me, Your Majesty, that if you actually make a declaration that you want that you in the future wants to do something like what they've done in Ireland and dissolve all the courts, summer, winter, nightmare, and make one big. You will actually, I don't know if this will actually happen, but I think you might take away some of the power the Baron has.
I was actually planning on doing that very thing very soon.
Yeah, but I think if you actually reach out and say you want some counselors, someone to help you make this new kingdom, and invite him to come join you.
You mean the Baron?
Yeah. Because what he wants and what you want are actually the same thing, almost. He just wants to be the big boss. He can't be that. But you want the proper kingdom.
So if I invite him, he's got two options. Either he can say no and look for all intents and purposes to all his followers as if, well, he's being a hypocrite. Or he can say yes and I've disarmed him.
Exactly.
That's interesting. That's a good thought. The only thing that might keep people from thinking him a hypocrite, of course, is that, strictly speaking, the invitation would be coming from a she, and we all know how they feel about us out there.
Yeah, but since if you put this in the proper way and say you want to do this for everybody in the kingdom, even for the commoners, then you will have disarmed him. Or at least you will remove probably 50% of his followers just by doing that and doing it openly.
I think I shall consider that.
August actually has a point.
That is actually very interesting. I shall think about that. I'm obviously not going to send out the notification tonight. I think I need a couple of days.
But it was just an afterthought, actually. So
certainly interesting afterthought, no question of that.
Well, he actually has a point, because I don't think the Duke ever extended that courtesy ever. He basically just slapped the man in the face and said, "Go away, you're not me."
Actually, what he did was he said, I will elevate you to a rank slightly below me, but I will be in charge, and I have to find a way of doing the same thing without doing the same thing.
Well, since this decree about you becoming a majesty hasn't come from you,
yes,
then you might have a slight different approach to it, because you have been forced into this position, so thereby you acknowledge that you cannot do anything about that and you will not abdicate, but you also acknowledge him by saying, "I cannot do this without you."
That is a very interesting take on things. I should do this in any case, regardless of whether he accepts or not. I will be dissolving the individual courts, and I will be following the seasons, because we have seen what individual courts leads to, and this needs to be a move forward, not just for the she or the nobles or the most vocal or outspoken of our community. There are 120 to 130, maybe thereabouts, Kithane in Copenhagen. and however many in the rest of the country. There's something like 500 Cathane in all of Denmark, if not more. Plus a large number of Chimera. Some of them exceptionally powerful, like the lady. I have to be a ruler for all of them, not just for some of them. And in order to do that right, I need to do something my father never properly learned how to do. I need to learn how to listen.
Well, you're way better than your dad, since you actually listen to me, my house, and everything.
Your house does not define you. Your house defines itself. It made errors. It made errors in the past, and sure, there is a stigma attached to that because there is a history in your house of making bad decisions. I also very strongly believe in the ability of people to rise above their means and their station. You included.
I'm doing my best, Your Majesty.
I don't have the luxury right now of looking at hundreds of year-old grudges between houses. My kingdom is newborn and already under attack. So, pardon me for being a pragmatist, I suppose.
Oh, Joan?
Yes?
You cut out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. She said, I don't have the luxury of looking at hundreds of year-old grudges between houses. My kingdom is newborn and it's already under attack, so pardon me for being a pragmatist.
Ah, okay. I just cut you off at the very end of pragmatist.
Oh, that was because I didn't say anything else there.
Yeah, it cut you off at pragmatic.
Okay.
So, well, I think actually the way you see the world now actually resembles the Duchess views a lot. I think you will find that she can help you very much.
I should hope so. I should hope that many people can. I am not all-knowing. I'm very new to this and I will make mistakes. And I need people to be there to help me if I stumble. I have no choice but to place faith in the people who were in the room upstairs and who are here now, that you will be those people. But I place that faith in you gladly because you are all people I can trust for whatever reason. And they are for different reasons. She looks to Thomas and says, I have always trusted you to be honest with me, even though you dislike the monarchy, even though you dislike feudalism, even though you wish for democracy, which, to be honest with you, I would be more than happy to have an elected council to help advise me. I am now the queen of this land, whether you like it or not. I am under the edict of the RE in Dublin. Nothing is going to change that. But I should very much like to have a group of people who can advise me on matters of commoners, as well as, I mean, I've got a pretty good handle on the nobles, but yeah, I would like to know more about what goes on with commoners as well, and who better to tell me than commoners themselves? Thomas thinks about that for a while and says that's the best suggestion anyone has made on that issue since your father came back from the dreaming. I certainly wouldn't object to that at all, Your Majesty. And then she looks to the rest of you and says, and I can trust you because you've already gone above and beyond several times. You've risked my father's wrath, which is no small thing. And no, I can definitely trust you for a list of reasons longer than I care to actually outline right now, but it's significant. And she looks at the Duchess and goes, and I can trust you because if I ever needed a loyal opposition, I know that I will have it in you. And if I ever need a friend, I will have it in you as well. Because a real friend, an actual friend, will tell me when if you will pardon me the highly irregular and very unroyal expression, a friend will tell me when I fuck up. And, you know, people, the others in the room kind of scuffling at the use of language, but yes. And she shrugs and goes, but that is the simple truth of it. And then she looks at the Count and says, and you I can trust for all the reasons anyone who has ever loved anyone could trust another person. You would die for me in a heartbeat, I know that. And I for you. I hope it won't come to that for either of us. But there is a lot of work to be done, and I'm going to need you, all of you. All of you. This whole thing, when I wake up in the morning, I'm not going to fully understand what has happened, and I might even think that it's all been, if you'll pardon the pun, a dream. Because...
Kind of like the Chrysalis.
A little, because whoever expects to get a letter from the RE making them a monarch, whoever expects that needs their head examined.
And whoever expects that should not get it.
Very true. And I have to learn on the job, and I have to learn fast.
I think one of the places you can actually learn a lot is Bloody Alice.
Oh? Why her?
Well, because we got her as a captive, and she hates all she.
True.
She will do whatever she can to put herself on top, but she will also tell you unpleasant truths.
Agnes looks to Jasmine and what was it that the lady told us about Bloody Alice?
Yeah, but our dear monarch actually got enough in sovereign that you can make her tell the truth.
No, not that. That she would actually.
That she would make a good friend if we tried to make her into one.
Yeah.
I mean, the point is that, yeah, the grievances she brought to us when she mentioned to us would actually be the kind of things that Elizabeth's suggestions and reforms would actually address to some degree.
So you actually might have a very good friend in that one.
Or a very dangerous enemy. Yeah.
Well, I know which I'd rather have.
Oh, I'd rather have friends than enemies, no question, but making her a friend is going to be no simple matter. Perhaps that too is
but it's a
something
place
you
to
can help
start.
with.
Yes. I mean, 2 weeks ago I would not necessarily have suggested making any efforts at the endorsement of a dragon, but, well, this is a stranger world than even we realized it was.
Yeah, it's not every day you realize that the dragon is actually not as insane as you thought it.
I mean, she... Yeah.
Well, she says, I think we have a lot of work, all of us, and you have to find that evidence at the you have to find that evidence with the eggs. I need that information.
Is there any way at all that we can actually record what we see with Kronos, so we can show it another place?
That should be doable if you find a one of the knockers might be able to come up with something for that purpose, like a camera you could use to take a photo of it. I've heard of such things. I haven't seen them myself, but I've heard of them.
Well, that might actually be worth considering if we're going to find some evidence of who did this. So
well, we do kind of need to go back and repack and get ready to leave for Jutland.
We get more in line if we end up in some kind of court where we have to testify and things like that. Real evidence would be better than a couple of teenagers saying so.
Well, at least two of these teenagers are. Well, one of them is now a knight, and that accounts for something. And the other is on their way to becoming a knight. So.
Yeah, but still, real evidence is better than whatever someone says. No
Yes,
matter
of
what.
course. Of course.
Yes.
Well, we best get going then, unless there's more you need help with, Your Majesty.
No.
Huh.
No, I believe I have everything I need. For now. I look forward to hearing from all of you concerning this when you get back.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
And you make your way back up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it is a very long and arduous walk back up all those stairs. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Sonny is the only one who doesn't get tired and is the super annoying person walking up front and waiting a little. And
Yeah.
Does anybody make any attempt at counting the stairs?
Yep.
There are 2,000 stairs.
Wow.
Well, at least that'll, kind of discourage any thieves.
Yep.
Because even if they get down there, they don't want to carry that much shit up again.
Or at least they're easy to catch when they're out of breath.
That too.
So it takes a good long while to get back up.
Yes.
Alright. Gets repack.
Oh, goodness me. How am I going to explain this to my parents?
Be a rebellious teenager? That usually works.
Oh.
Depends on how long we're gone for. Maybe you can just say you're at a sleepover.
After just returning from another country out of the blue?
Yeah, and going to Jutland and back.
It's just a suggestion.
I know it is. I know you're trying to be helpful, Jonas, but I don't. My parents have been very forgiving so far, but there's only so much I can push that.
Yeah. I'm really soon considering moving in somewhere else.
Well, how about just doing it and asking for the forgiveness afterwards?
Yeah, that's usually worked too.
Yeah, that still only works so many times. I mean, that's what I've been doing all summer.
Well, then how about just saying that you're going to a party at my place?
Well,
The summer last barbecue? Drinking until we pass out somewhere?
That's probably not a good idea to tell her.
Well, that's in a relative safe environment. If you say that that's actually the reason why we're doing this, and then, yeah, whatever. Because then they will not believe that we are going to go to Jutland if we're saying that we are going to go to my place and have a huge end of summer party.
Does anybody have common sense?
Yes.
Yes. What
No.
August is suggesting is actually not bad, but it could be twisted slightly.
How
If
so?
instead of saying that you're going to a party at his place, say you're going to a party at Jonas's place where there is a parent who is currently enchanted and can therefore actually cover for you.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is a good idea, and also easier to get permission.
Yes. So who's going to make the in-game call on that, basically, and say, good idea, let's modify it slightly?
I think Jasper would be one, or maybe Jonas.
Well, Jasmine and Jonas are the responsible ones. Don't count Sunny.
I
Okay.
think since it's his mother, Jonas suggests it.
And Jasmine will back it up, saying that does actually make a lot of sense.
That way, if they call, my mom could always turn on the music and say, "Oh yeah, they're having a lot."
And then I won't get another call from a mother asking questions.
So is that the plan?
That is definitely the
That
plan.
is the plan.
The plan.
This is when Sunny realizes that by now his dad is probably home again.
Yes, he is.
Oh, good.
Uh-oh.
Just like, yeah, I should get... Crap, dad is probably home.
Okay.
Wait, what date is... He got home yesterday. Oh, fuck.
Well, I wish I need to give some serious consideration to moving into my own place.
You're already 18.
We could gang up. I mean,
As a matter of fact, out of character, Jasmine isn't 18.
no, Agnes is also only 17.
Yeah,
I actually think,
actually the only one who's close to being 18 is actually me.
yeah.
And, well, while you can move away from home, you need permission from your parents to do so.
Right. Okay.
Nope, Agnes is only 16.
Yeah,
If
getting
you're
that permission is
17
probably not going to be easy.
Sunny is 17, but he's probably gonna turn 18 during the winter.
Jonas is also 17, and I think he just turned 17 at the start of summer.
Yeah, August is going to be 18 during August. He's just close to it.
There is another option, and I would like everyone to roll a... Oh, what should it be? Let me check. Should be wits plus something, but I'm not sure what it should be. Wits plus something off.
Streetwise.
No.
That depends on which alleyway she's turning down.
Exactly.
Performance.
Let me have a look.
There's a lot of knowledges. Law, politics.
Yes, that is actually a... Yes, give me a wits plus enigmas, because this is a bit of a puzzle, but it's not going to be difficult. Just, let me just see a roll.
Oops. What the?
That was
Wits
weird.
plus
Sorry. I'll just re-roll that one.
Yep, sure.
With the proper amount of dice, and not a +3.
Whoa!
There you go.
Sweet.
Sweet. Everybody's getting at least some success here.
Very good.
I'm
Very
surprised at him. He only has one death.
Yes, everybody's getting at least some successes. That's good. That's good. Okay. There is another solution here. You could all enchant your parents.
Yeah, then I have to have that talk with Dad.
What, bring them into the know?
Yes, you would need permission.
And
But you are
feeding
definitely
them-
on the good side of her Madge right now.
And yes, a Madge. Yes.
Well, wouldn't that actually demand us keep putting glamour into them?
Yes.
Once every month or so.
Once every
Yeah.
month. They would need
Okay.
a kind of glamour.
So,
But that
Yeah.
would put them in a position where they could see the chimerical world. They would see your fey seemings. Yes, it would probably for most of them be a massive, enormous, huge, gigantic shock. But, you know, then after the whole explanation thing happened, you would have less of an issue with explaining why you suddenly have to go off to important places.
yes, that would help. And
I mean, if his dad got used to it, I don't think he'd be surprised that his son turned out to be a satyr, because his mom was also a little...
So anyway, that's something to consider probably for future reference. Maybe not right now, but yeah.
So
I mean-
do that and hope my parents actually turn crazy.
I mean, you say not now. I could. Jasmine is quite happy to throw herself at the feet of the Queen and beg this boon, but you know. we'll see.
Can I please tell them I'm running out of excuses?
Basically.
I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't help with that comparison. You're what? You're definitely not going out on dangerous.
Yeah.
and being
I mean,
out in the
we've
streets
got-
and, like,
We've got the one excuse for deal with this situation now, the end of summer party, and that makes sense for teenagers. But yeah, after that, it might, you know, with a war coming, potentially, it might be useful to, you know,
Well, it might actually be the way to make some sort of collective in the Motley. Get a big place for the entire Motley to live there. Because if you tell your parents this and tell them everything, then there might be an actually possibility that they would believe that in order to make sure that they are not harmed, you will have to move with other sheep. You don't necessarily have to tell them that everyone is teenagers, but
Oh, so we just tell them that we move in with a night, and then it's all good.
yeah,
so,
Jonas.
I think we should save this one.
Yes.
Jonas, could you give me an intelligence plus kenning roll?
I can. It's not my best stat, but
No, but let's see.
oh, it would have been so fun if you said, yes, I can, but I won't.
Oh my god! Yeah.
It's not my best dad, I just know everything!
You you are absolutely certain that during some amount of downtime at some point between games, you know that Felicia and her wife are looking for a bigger place. Just throwing that out there.
How does that help us?
There will be adults living with us.
yes.
Sort of a school dormitory.
Yeah, but there are a couple. I don't think.
So,
One of them is a teacher.
I'm not talking in character.
no, but what I'm talking about in Copenhagen, that's not a problem because everything here is
Terrible.
so expensive and everybody's looking for roommates.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
So if you're an entire motley consisting of 6 people plus 2 extras, you actually have enough money to put into this place to actually get something decent.
you also need a really big place if everyone has to have a room.
Yeah, but
Rent
if
an
you
old
go-
an old house, find an old dilapidated, decrepit house, help each other make it, livable. And you suddenly have, and if you rent it, then there you go.
and
Yeah, I
we-
think-
We even know who can help with that. He's
Yeah.
called Thomas, and he already works in building.
And
That's
beside of that, actually, I'm pretty sure that we will be able to get financial aid from the Majesty, because if we put this to her in these terms and say everything will be more easy, because we can actually come and go as we want, then she might actually see the advantage in that because of the war.
Yes.
Well, Jonas mentions this and then says, but let's talk about that on the train to Jutland. It takes a while after all. Or unless we're going to fly.
Only 4 hours, depend on where we go.
I think we're going to be smart and take the train, because if we have to take the plane, we'll need to go to Ranois.
That is very true.
I think that's exactly the reason why Her Majesty told us to take the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you can pop on a train in a hurry. Does any of you need to go via home or any way, something?
We
Yeah, I
kind of need clean clothes. So yeah.
Yeah, we need clean.
Also might be an idea to actually let Jonas's mom know that she's the alibi.
yes, that's exactly why I'm going.
All right, well, let's
Yes.
go back to Jonas's place then.
Hi, Mom.
Hi!
I'm back.
Properly fucked?
How did you know?
You've been in Ireland. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, and fun.
Right. All right.
Oh, you should have seen the king. He was just lounging on his chair or his throne.
And he was looking good?
Oh, yeah.
Right. He's probably too young for me, though.
I think he was actually... Probably, yeah, but not for me.
So
No.
you are telling me that you got screwed by a king, is that it?
No.
Only in your wildest dreams?
Yes.
Right.
So, I'm going to have to ask you a favor.
I am not... This is going someplace really, really uncomfortable.
What? No, I'm changing the topic.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I need an abortion, Mom. Help!
So... Remember how I said that I wanted to go see the king on behalf of the Duchess, who was kind of in...
Yes.
Well, that king has just made another person queen of Denmark.
So we have two queens of Denmark now.
Yeah, I guess a fake queen and a not fake.
Right.
And because she's also supposed to put the old Duke on trial, she needs us to go to Jutland to gather some evidence.
So you need to go to Jutland, is what you're saying. Am I ever actually going to have you home for dinner again?
I hope so.
Right. Right. So basically, So how long are you going to be gone for this time?
Hopefully not that long.
Alright. Well, hopefully not. School starts on Monday.
Yeah, that's You see, the others don't have a mom who's enchanted.
Oh.
So we kind of need an alibi.
Right. And I come into this... How exactly?
Because, summer is ending soon, and I decided to throw a end of summer party. But the others, are fine to attend because there's an adult present.
Right. Oh, 1 second, she says. Just give me a moment. She walks over to the stereo or the radio or something. She turns on the music and turns it up. And then she looks over at you and says, "You were saying something about a party." She begins to dance. She's not very good at it, but she does give it her best effort.
Jonas gives her 2 thumbs up.
It would be a more fun party if there was someone here to actually party with. And if somebody calls and they can't hear, noise in the background except for the music, they're gonna... You know what? I think I'm gonna throw a party.
You go right ahead, Mom.
If somebody's used your bed when you get home, don't ask.
I suppose that's fair. I need to go pack my clean stuff before that, then.
Yes, you probably do.
I should probably also have a shower.
You probably do that as well. You do smell a little.
No. I'm an elf. I only smell gorgeous.
No, you smell of something moms shouldn't be talking to their sons about.
Still?
Still. There's a slightly goaty sense to the whole thing. Are you sure it wasn't Sunny?
I mean, yeah, Sunny was sampling other delicacies elsewhere.
Yeah, but you don't
But one of them
really
was a
know for
satyr.
sure.
You will. You do realize I am never going to let this go until I'm shipping you two. You do realize that, right?
Yes, No, you've been so subtle about it.
Okay, I'll just ramp it up a little bit.
Don't, for my sake.
No, but for his.
Oh, you're saying I'm a prize.
I only want what's best for my son.
Well, I'll see if I can't find some nice guy to take home so I can pacify you then.
I am capable of finding my own.
Oh, I was thinking for me.
But if it's not actually Sunny, then it's not going to pacify me. Nag, 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 nag.
Oh, poor guy I bring home tonight. Yes, you're all right, but you're not Sunny.
Yes, exactly. You're getting it.
I'll just have to develop feelings for him then.
That's more like it. Now go have fun in Jutland, if that's even possible.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not that bad over here. Come on.
So, anyway, she turns on the music and starts calling all of her friends to come over for a party.
You should probably be running now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have a limited time window before they start arriving.
So yeah, Jonas packs and gets ready to leave.
Yes. You are you escape down the road just as you see the first of your mother's hippie friends arrive in their multicolored cars.
I wave at them.
They wave back, and your mom is already opening windows. You can hear music coming out from up there.
Oh, and then it's time to go and hope the others have arranged with their parent.
Yes. And let's see, who do we go to next? Let's do Sunny next.
Hey.
Hi there, it's been a while. Where have you been?
Oh, there was art stuff in Dublin I also were invited to.
Right. Dublin, of all places.
Yeah, it was great. You should see the pictures.
I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures. Do you have time?
Afraid not. Jonas is keeping a party going tonight.
Oh.
Because end of summer stuff going on.
Oh, right. Well, we really do need to sit down and actually talk sometime soon. It feels like I never actually see you anymore.
That's because you're never home, Dad.
Well, that might change.
Why?
Because it looks like I'm going to be doing quite a lot of my work from home from now on.
Oh! I did that shake out like that? They always chase you around the entire country.
Yep, and I got sick and tired of never actually being home, so I've basically started setting up plans for if people want to get in touch with me, they can either come see me, they can email me, or they can call me.
Sensible choice.
I will still go if it's really important, but I'm not going to come flying just because somebody waves a finger at me.
I think Sunny is saying hi to Sir because Sir hasn't seen him either.
Sir is kind of currently doing his level best to turn himself into a figure 8 around your feet.
Oh, Sir, I've missed you.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's hearing wow, 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 wow.
Yep, exactly.
Sunny is hearing, I thought you'd never come home. Where
have you been? And then, of course, after a moment, he looks up at you with big, wet, puppy eyes and goes, "Do you have a cookie for me?"
Fine, you can have it.
Yay! I missed you.
Missed you too, buddy.
Are we gonna go do something fun now?
Yeah, we're going to Jutland.
I said
Sunny
something fun.
completely forgets that his bed is there and just starts a regular conversation with the dog.
You're going to... Didn't you say you were just going to a party at... Sonny, what's going on here?
Fuck!
Oopsie.
Even I forgot he was home now.
Sonny,
Yeah? He walks into the kitchen.
be honest with me now. What's going on?
There's no answer. But the window is open!
So you run off, basically.
Yep.
That's. I need to find the thing. Give me a second.
What? Oh, he wouldn't believe that, August.
Here. I'm going to post this GIF in the
He
chat.
wouldn't believe that either.
Look at this.
No, it's more than an octopus going across this floor like nope, 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 nope.
Okay.
Well,
I
he
just
does...
thought, yeah.
When you enter the kitchen, the last thing you hear him call out is he sounds sad.
Yep.
Oh, lying to your father. Oh.
Sonny is just as conflicted.
Do you have... I can't remember what... You didn't have a common sense, right?
Yeah, he does.
He does. Running away from him like this is probably not the smartest move. He could call the cops.
Oh shit, right. He's a responsible parent.
Exactly.
Damn it.
At least
And
it's-
and basically, if you just tell him, "I'm going to a party," and then he overhears you saying, "I'm going to Jutland," and you then run off.
Yeah. Well, he stops in the kitchen, gives Sir his cook. It's actually a very, very long explanation.
Try me.
I'm not actually allowed to. I haven't actually gotten permission to tell you.
And again, there's that whole, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than, you know... Again, it's the common sense thing there, because you're basically, you've painted yourself into a corner.
Yeah, he does the, if she wants to kill me, she can do that later. And then he boops his father with the paintbrush, because that's a treasure, and that
Yes.
can enchant.
It can. Ba-doing! It costs you a glamour point, obviously. And he stands there looking completely stunned for a moment. And then he looks at you.
And then Sir starts talking.
And then Sir starts talking. And then he just sits down. There isn't actually a chair behind him. He just
Yeah.
sits down. On the floor.
Yeah, I've been acting weird since a year after we moved here. He sits down beside him.
Yeah?
At least he tries to, folding his wings.
What? Are you some kind of angel? You've got wings.
No, I'm a satyr. You remember all those weird stories Mom told me?
Yeah?
They are actually true.
Am I
And I
going
think
mad or
she
something?
heard them. No, it feels a little like that, and you feel a bit high, I'm sure.
Sir looks at you with a slightly exasperated sigh and goes, "Let me guess, you need to be somewhere?"
I do.
I'll explain the whole thing to him.
You sure, sir?
Yeah, I'll explain the whole thing to him. I'll just keep asking. I'll basically every time he doesn't understand something, I'll charge him a cookie.
No. Don't feed him a cookie every time he tells you. He'll get fat and then he can't fly anymore.
Damn it! Some cookies.
Some.
Okay, that's all right then. Some is more than one. He starts wagging his tail.
I'm really sorry, Dad. I would have told you earlier if I were allowed.
He just sits there and looks completely like, the whole foundation of his world has just been yoinked out from underneath him, and then you have to leave.
On the upside, he's seeing glimpses of what his mom saw.
Yep. He's also got a talking dog now about to explain the whole concept of chimerical life to him.
I'll be on the phone all the time. Can call anytime.
Right.
Kisses his dad's forehead.
Yeah.
Henna,
Yeah, for it.
and hugs him. Pats Sir and leaves.
Yeah. Sir sits down opposite, the last thing you see before you kind of, hop out the window there and fly away, is
No,
Sir...
he doesn't need to. He can walk up the
No,
door.
that's true. That's true. But Sir sits down opposite from your dad and clears his throat, and in his best school teacher voice starts explaining everything from the bottom up.
Yep.
And the last thing you hear your dad saying before you leave is, "Wait a second, how can you even talk?" and you just hear Sir going, "All right, let's try this again."
Sonny chuckles because you have the exact same question.
Yep. And then we shall pop on over to... let's go over to August. Are you just going to skedaddle without telling anyone, or...?
I'm going to go home, change into clothing, and just say that I'm going to work all weekend.
Oh.
And then I'll just go away.
And it's just going to go away. Okay. Well, they seem...
my parents will actually probably be happy that I actually told them where I was going.
Yeah.
So.
And they're kind of happy that you're actually working,
Yeah.
The, You do see something quite unexpected on the face of your father.
What's that?
Pride.
I'm not sure I know how to recognize that on his face.
No.
What is this alien sensation?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's constipated.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. I do need to go to the toilet. You look sick. So.
He just... He actually, as you're about to leave, he actually sort of half raises a hand and says, "Have a good time at work."
Thank you. I believe I will. It's quite a nice job, and I'll be able to have it simultaneously with school, so shouldn't be a problem.
They look relieved, both of them, and happy. That at least is something that's recognizable. But
yeah, since I've been doing crime the last 7 years.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So yeah. All right, that was easy.
Yeah.
Let's deal with the next two after the break, but we do have a small break to take here, so we shall be back with the final part of Copenhagen Dreaming afterwards, and so please don't go anywhere.